Hey, so,
Wait. There they are. They're the flutes.
say there.
All right. Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, but I'm not the one with a bad knee.
Yeah, no, the old gout monster. Evidently, you can't eat 8/10 of your full birthday cake alone when when your wife leaves town on your
I
birthday.
think you should be able to. I think that's a lie.
Evidently, the old body says no. Hey, so Chad, um,
Yes.
so we learned from this past week. So Dan was driving for Uber.
And Adam. Oh, it's 101.
Boys and girls at home and kids in the gallery, let's go!
Hello, Pack of Maniacs, and welcome to another episode of Pack to the Future. I'm your host, Ricky, aka Mr. eBay. And I'm joined by my co-host and partner in crime, Dr. Chad.
Someone called for a doctor?
How you doing, Doc?
I'm good, brother.
Well, we gave some updates at the National, but this is going to be our formal recap show because we ran out of steam content-wise.
We did. We have so much of it. But we
Oh.
did. We pooped out. People were asking us like, hey, do you guys diet? Like, we just needed to pace ourselves. So we got
Exactly.
7 hours worth of show tonight.
Oh, yeah. No, it's going to be a long one. And I don't know about you or those listening in the audience. As a fan of Guy Talk, traditionally, I always loved hearing these recap shows when the show would go on the road and return and all the hijinks and shenanigans that they'd get up to. So hopefully those of you listening at home will enjoy this recap as much as I enjoy it when other shows do it. We've got a lot.
Oh, dude, we have stories. We have personal stories. We have cards. We have hangouts. We have insights.
Oh, yeah.
If you went to the show, if you didn't go to the show, I don't know how you're not going to love it.
Oh, yeah. I think so. I think if you went, you're going to love, even if you hung out with us, we're part of the Back to the Future podcast gang. I think you're going to enjoy hearing the recap. And for those that didn't make it, maybe it'll convince you to join us next year. Because, man, I think we've converted everyone that was there this year.
I will tease a moment that will highlight this. There was a point when you and I walked out of the show when we both paused and were
Yes.
kind of at a loss for words and just said, this is the best. This whole thing is the best. And who would have thought when we started up this little podcast several years ago that it would have led to a moment like that? So that was very, very heartwarming and I loved it.
Yeah, totally. It was an absolute blast. And so we should probably just kind of dive into it.
Yeah. Let's do some real quick announcements. I'll do this.
Oh,
super
please,
quick.
please.
I want to remind people of the old website over at pttfpodcast.com. Now we are going to upload some of Ricky and I's hit cards from the National. You'll be able to check that out there. But as you can see, if you're watching on the YouTube or the live stream on Instagram, which I will start doing every week, you can see links to watch our shows, to listen to them. You can click over to auction houses while you're listening to the show and browse through various auction houses while you are looking for your favorite card. But that's not all. If you go over to our sponsor and affiliate link, we urge you, this is the one way you can support us. You can go over to that sponsor link, click eBay, shop as planned, free for you. And anything you buy in the next 24 hours, the show should get a small commission in the process. I say should because it doesn't always work, but we really appreciate when it does. That's over at pttfpodcast.com. So, Ricky, there's that part. Now, speaking of those eBay highlights, I've got a new way that I want to show some of our purchases over the past 2 weeks. Not our purchases, but listener purchases. I want to be able to highlight those. And I have to say, there were a couple of people who reached out to us and said, hey, like I had this purchase that I tried to use your link and I'm not sure it worked. So I want to show people what we got. So let me see if there's a way that I can share a little something with you guys. You ready for this?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see if I can do it. Window, this one. Look at me. There we go.
Hey.
There we go. So the
Yeah.
highlight, and we shouldn't spend a lot of time on this, Ricky, but there are some things here. I don't know if you can see this. Live fancy goldfish, red and white.
Oh my God.
Color meat shrimps, live, guaranteed.
Should we introduce the Ricky soundboard right now?
Yes.
No.
That's well done. Well done.
Thank you.
I think that means that probably some fish have been lost and some fish are needing to be purchased. But there are a few key purchases here that I do want to highlight. First of which, this one's going to ring true to you. 2024 Topps Allen and Ginter. I know that's a product of note for you.
Yeah, that's a product to note. Our listeners are assholes. They're all in the chat talking about the odds of me sharding myself.
I mean, they're just being real.
They are. They are.
But the Allen and Ginter is a Salvador Perez 101.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that. Kind of that handwritten 1 of 1 there on the back. You can see.
Wonder who got that one.
I don't know. I don't know. It's a mystery. It is an absolute mystery. But all kidding aside, how about this, Ricky?
Yeah.
Origins, Cameron Brink 1 of 1. This is a big card, and it's a beautiful card. Someone clicked over on our affiliate link at the website pttfpodcast.com, purchased it, and that's how
whoever bought it. I'm selling this Cameron Brink 101 card too. Monopoly, baby.
Hey, there you go. There you go. So beautiful card. We appreciate each and everyone who does that. The list that I showed, we really can't thank all of you enough. Please continue to do it. Beautiful card. We'll try and highlight them each and every week. But for the sake of time, we're going to move on. The only other announcement to remind people of is Card Talk that we'll release on podcast form. All the new product releases. Oh my God. We just recorded for an hour straight of like 9 new releases. They're going to be coming out over the next 2 weeks. You can catch that on podcast form, 4 a.m. every Wednesday on your favorite podcast, or early on the YouTube version over at YouTube, Back to the Future podcast. You can always go back and watch those where Sarah delivers the goods on all the new products.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. That's all I got for announcements.
All right. Well, man, where do we begin?
There's a drum roll for the next 3 hours.
Yeah. So I think that, and if you want to get the old pep talk sound effect ready, I'll start where we left off. I don't think we need to cover Wednesday too much, other than I do have to give a shout out. I mentioned it on the show. Deputy Dog hooked me up with a Barry Sanders 99 Fleer Ultra, as good as it gets insert. These were 1 in 288 packs. This insert. So super cool card. It's in super great condition. I have to give him a huge shout out. That was awesome. It's going straight to the PC. I won't cover much else that we, through Wednesday. I think we did a pretty good job covering it in the hotel lobby.
Go back and watch it if you haven't seen it. It's on the live stream. You can go check it out.
Oh yeah, you have to go check it out. And just watch Chad's face when I give my big intro to our show. And
oh my God.
He jerks and tries to sprint out the lobby and down the road as far as he can.
I didn't bring headphones for it, right? And so we're sitting in between like 2 walls. Literally, there's 5 feet of space. And then it's like an open window that projects to the back of the hotel lobby.
Oh, yeah.
I expect nothing less from you. But oh my God, it was startling. I think my soul rattled.
There's the reason I was the voice of the Las Vegas Card Show on their Instagram.
You were. That's true.
I can bring it. Yeah. So, but what you have to know, I'll say Thursday, we kind of talked about it. And you could probably sense a bit of it if you've listened to us enough on the show. I was in a bit of a mood. And I think I referred to it as being a little bitch. I certainly was. There were parts of the show that we recorded, parts of the conversation, but Chad and I also had conversations beforehand where Chad could tell very quickly, little bitch didn't get his ice cream. We've got to hurry and fix this for him. And I say that because I'm going to come around and thank you. You were awesome. you handled me in my moment very well. But you actually happened to record a little bit of our pep talk right before we went live Thursday night. Do you want to play that?
Yeah, those lapel mics worked out well, and we'll see how the quality is. I think it sounds a little different, but I mean, everyone gets that.
Yeah.
I'll stick it out with you because you're desperate.
I need the big guy.
I'm going to try to give you a little bit more time because somebody can't close.
Fair enough.
But if you want my help, you got to listen. Number one, stop being a pussy. Number two, make a move. Number three, you know it. Could you pop this shirt for me, just as a top off? Here's what's going to happen, Tonto. Kemosabe is going to have some flavor. I'm going to choose not to eat with you.
We're not going to eat together?
No. I like to recharge my batteries and shut down the engines and get myself back to neutral. When the meal's over with, I will talk to you. I don't want to get into what happened last night because it's only going to make me mad. Let's get through today. Let's keep our eye on the prize. Let's focus and let's close some.
Noted.
Oh, it missed the last part. Oh,
Can
here
I
it
tell
is.
you something about you getting angry? I love you. Yeah, you big guy.
Yeah,
You needed a little pep talk. I'm just there for you in your
I
time of
did.
need. You hadn't found a card. You hadn't bought anything. Your wife had bought something. I bought something. You were the only one who hadn't bought something.
I hadn't, and so I came straight down right before the show. I said, "Yeah, I'm going to be watching the Lions game up in my room." That's all that was needed.
You did, and I knew in that moment to not push back on you. I knew the big guy needed some space. You were going to eat alone. I'm like, "Hey, do you want to get together for some dinner?" You're like, "Nope, I'm doing my thing," and I just.
Yeah, so I just want to publicly apologize to you and Kyla because I was a total ass. We do the little pep talk, and then you mentioned on the recap Thursday that we were going to hit the floor, power dating, power shopping, booth to booth, sprint booth to booth, no time wasted. You kept us on top of it, and if you'll hit that old U2 audio, if we have it. And this was playing in my head.
Yeah.
And all I could think as I'm hearing this music in my head and I'm seeing you and Kyla sprint up and down aisle to aisle. And I never have felt like a bigger asshole in my life. And I said, look at this. What a best friend. What a great wife. And they're all trying to fix it for poor little brat Ricky. And I start thinking, you idiot, this is not what I wanted. I don't want Chad and Sarah and Kyla panicking, trying to find this damn card for me. Luckily, I didn't have to sit in that shit for too long, and I apologize for the.
You got to quit swearing. I'm gonna have to edit all of this.
I'm gonna shut it down.
Lock it up.
I'm gonna lock it up. But then, you found card one. A flawless rookie patch auto, Aiden Hutchinson, numbered to 20, and I instantly fell in love with it. Great looking patch. And then right after that, Kyla met up with us and said, "Yeah, I found you a card too." An Aiden Hutchinson Contenders Optic rookie auto, blue teal parallel, numbered to 99, PSA 9.
Beautiful.
So then,
you know what? I think I can throw both those up on here. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those are great looking cards.
Yeah, they were huge. They got me super excited. As you pointed out, the nice thing, defensive players in football just are not that expensive. And so it was not the cheap, it wasn't like super cheap cards, but for what they are, very, very reasonably priced.
That Aiden Hutchinson was so good. And I want to back up just a little bit, Ricky, on the marching throughout. This is actually strategy for me. Okay. And I'm really curious if other people employ this. So Wednesday and Thursday morning, we kind of walked slowly, enjoyed ourselves, took time looking at booths. At the Dallas Card Show, I have put this to the test, even in previous nationals. When you quickly glance at a booth, you can get somewhat of an idea of what types of cards they have, right? I mean, they've all got some mixtures, but you can get a loose idea. The darting method, I will do that when I am in a rut and not finding anything. And I will waste no time just trying to cover as much ground as I possibly can until I find something that finally catches my eye and then stop. And that's ultimately how we got here to this Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
that was the reasoning behind it, was just to switch it up a little bit. You know, you got to put a little shake and bake in there to try and find something that we like.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And I love this card. It's the color. You can tell it's their all gray uniform. So it's light gray on dark gray. So kind of two-tone color patch, but the border has just a speck of that almost Honolulu blue.
Oh
it
yeah.
That I think really adds to it. So yeah, I love this card. It's a rare card. Definitely something I'll keep in my collection forever.
And then the other one that you showed was the Contenders Optic, correct?
Yeah. The Hutchinson. This is the teal parallel. And Kyla told me, she said, I found an Optic. And by the way, how many of you idiots out there in listener land can say my wife went and picked this card for me? I'm so damn lucky for that. And you are too, Chad. Your wife's found you some pretty good product as well.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And I said, yeah, I don't want Contenders Optic rookie. I don't like the look of them, and kind of fought her on it. And she said, just come look at it. The second I saw it, I'm like, I have to have it.
Nice. Very nice.
So back to back, we hit the cards. I stopped being a little bitch from that moment on. And then we started meeting up for trade night. I decided I was going to get out of my own way, watch the Lions Hall of Fame game on my phone.
I was proud of you for that.
Thank you. And I'm glad that I did that, because it was a horrific showing for the Lions. Luckily it's preseason, but had a great time. And while we were out, first we should probably talk about the pizza, because you mother henned all of us all weekend, and this was just the start of the hell that you experienced.
Well, I don't know about that. You know, I'm a guy who's very structured. I like my routines, and I knew that we were trying to get to the Hyatt Regency main floor, main reception area, whatever it's called. We were trying to get there early so we could all have a seat. And there were about 10 of us. And so we had to get there early, and very quickly I realized food was going to be a problem.
Yeah.
And also what I had realized is nobody else had mentioned food. And so quickly I'm like, okay, I'm going to need to take matters into my own hands here. So this was early. This is like 5 or 6 at night. And I'm thinking, all right, well, we got pizza delivered last time. Why don't we get some pizza again?
Yeah.
So after trying to get opinions from everyone, which a little bit of debacle, but we got it locked down. We ordered some Giordano's. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yep.
And we had it door dashed. No problem. Be there 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, things start picking up with trade night. People start coming around. We're chatting. We're having a good time.
No one else is ordering dinner.
No. No one else is
outside
ordering
our
dinner.
group. Just us to our hotel. Just our group.
So I think at that point, Tort Dan had brought out a cake for that night that I had paid him for. The cake was $30. I gave him $40 for the cake.
Please.
Thank you, Dan, for bringing it. And just as he starts to bring it out, I realized that we're like an hour 15 out from ordering that pizza. I'm like, what in the world's going on here? So I call them. I'm not sure if this is where you want me to go, so I'm going to keep going until you tell me to stop.
No, you're hitting it.
And ultimately, they say, hey, traffic is so bad near where you are, it could be another hour or two. Yeah, we see your order, but we just can't get anyone there to get it to you. And I'm starting to panic. And I'm like, oh no.
Everyone is having the time of their life, high-fiving, shucking and jiving, laughing, drinking cocktails, just fist bumps. Could not have a care in the world. And you look over to Chad, and his steam is coming out of his ears because he is panicked.
Well, I had done a run that morning. Like I did 7 or 9 miles that morning. I did a workout in the afternoon, and I'm like, I need to eat. This is going south very quickly. And then all of a sudden I look down at my phone and there's a text, and it's like one of those spam messages. It says, are you here? I'm like, what? I'm like, certainly this couldn't be our door dasher. And I'm like, yeah, where are you? Just generic. The guy responds, I'm by the hotel main lobby entrance waiting for you.
Bug God!
So Depp and I run down there, and sure enough, the guy's there, and we grab the pizza, get back up. Everyone's already starting to indulge in some cake, but sure enough, no one else had ordered any food, and so I was able to feed the people, feed them. It was great.
Yeah, and it was great. And we had pizza, and then we had cake, and then Dan
We had a little
started-
extra cake.
Yeah, why don't you tell them about that?
Yeah, so we had a few extra pieces of that cake I bought. And some kid walks by. I'm having a conversation, I think, with either Selly or with Wax Museum Kyle, maybe with you. And I hear out of the corner, the kid's like, "Hey, you selling the cake?" And I think, okay, that's funny. You know,
Yeah, haha.
it's my cake. It's my cake. And Dan, without a beat, yeah, $5 for a slice. Like, what? And before I could say anything, kid's got the slice and he's gone. Dan takes the $5, looks at me, sticks it right in his pocket, and goes on his way. Not a care in the world.
Not phased in the least.
He busted my left eardrum 2 years ago. He busted my pocketbook this time.
Oh, God. My favorite, and it was not me you were talking to. I think it probably was Selly, because you're sitting kind of near Dan, and I'm across from you guys, and you turn around so slowly, and you're like, "Did you just sell that for a $5?" And he turns around and just says, "Do you want it?" And you just look at him with disgust, and he just slips the $5 into his pocket.
Mhm. Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh, that was amazing.
Now, while we were waiting for that pizza, though, two other things of
Please.
note happened.
Yes.
So the hotel lobby has a bar that the previous night you could go get drinks from the bar and bring it out to the main area.
Yeah.
But that night they had blocked it off. They had started to learn that like they wanted to keep people in that area. You could still go trade cards in there, but you couldn't take your drinks out.
Right.
So at one point, Kenny Benson went to go grab a drink. And he's like, "Hey," he looks at me. He's like, "Do you want a drink?" I'm like, "See if they have an espresso martini." Sure enough, 15 minutes later, he texts me. He's like, "I got you one, but you got to come drink it." I tell you what, man, we went over there for probably 10, 15 minutes, chatted cards, chatted about how he listened to the podcast, got to learn about him, the road trip that he took with his wife and his kid. And they listened to us for like 12 straight hours while they were stuck on the road.
That's so cool.
And had this excellent espresso martini. It was one of my favorite experiences of the entire trip. So Kenny, thank you for that. But also your wife had gone to the other side of the bar
Yes.
and she went to go grab a drink and she turns around and she's like, "Oh my God, I think I recognize this person."
Yes.
And she snaps a photo and I've got this photo right here. I'm going to show it.
Please.
I have never feared after I saw this photo for anyone's life more than I feared for your wife and for your life that night.
Oh, consensus at the table and with friends, with our group was I should not let Kyla sleep in our room that night.
And here's why. Anyone recognize that face?
That's a face of note.
HorrorCon was actually going on in the basement of our hotel, unbeknownst to us.
As if we didn't have enough already going on.
And if those eyes aren't telling you, "I will haunt your dreams and gut you," that's the face.
That's the one and only Frederick K. Krueger, Robert
Yes.
England.
Yes, sir. He was
And
there.
Kyla went over to the bar to have herself a drink and snapped a photo, and he busted her ass.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Oh, yeah. And then the next day we saw people lining up for like, $150 a pop taking a photo with him. And Kyla pointed
Yeah.
out no one will have as creepy a photo. You could hang that in your office for Halloween.
Dude, terrifying. I actually went over the next night after a few whiskeys and
Yeah. Can we get
looked
that
at
soundboard?
the price of that. The price of that photo was like $168 for that.
Wow.
But she got it for free.
That's why he's giving her the death glare. He
It
said,
is. Yeah. And she didn't do that
$170.
on purpose, right? I mean, she didn't know, but
No,
it
no,
was
of
just
course
kind of
not.
added to the fun of the trade night.
Oh, we had a great time. And then Kyla aptly pointed out that as one, it was the ratio was like one female to 950 men. And she said, "Okay, I think I can find somewhere else to sleep tonight." Yeah, the odds are probably in your favor.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Now, we're going to get to Deputy giving you an ultimatum here in just a second. Before we jump to that, I had another interesting experience. So I spent a few $100 on my two Aiden Hutchinsons, and I was prepared to spend, I think, at most $1,000. But so I was kind of worrying, like, hey, I'm dipping into my budget here. And then along comes this guy, and you have to know this. These trade, self-built trade nights in the lobby, there are two type of people that will come around. One, true fans of a certain player or a set or an insert set, or they're the hustlers, those that are literally going to offer you a discounted price, but they want to buy as many cards as they can so they can go flip them. Well, I ran into the latter and ended up making a deal for about 10 of my cards for over $1,100. So I was
such a killing.
I was sitting high. Mr. eBay made an appearance Thursday night.
I was so proud of you that night. I couldn't believe that guy was flipping through your cards for what seemed like an hour.
I was blown away.
At one point, I'd turn away, I'd come back. You're like, I just made $1,000. What?
Yeah, it was amazing. And yeah, he was making no secret of it. He said, hey, in order to flip this and make some money, I've got to offer you a little bit less. But he bought a ton of cards that I just do not care about. They are filling the Ricky's proverbial junk box.
That is
so
perfect, man. That's what you want. That's
take them off my hands and get some money. Spoiler alert, I'm going to talk about some more purchases, but I ended up making money and bringing fewer cards home, which was my goal. So
yeah, that's perfect for you. And Merle in the chat asks if we ended up selling our stuff from the VIP giveaways. Great point. And no, but it is in the box capacitor. And yes, for those of you not in the know, we do Secret Santa every year. This year we have started to gather some items associated with the show, associated with us, maybe some cards, maybe some other things, maybe something like these super nice koozies that Ricky made that we had extras of.
Yeah.
They go in the box capacitor. And if you sign up and join us for Secret Santa this year, those will be distributed to the listeners for free.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. We look out for the listener first and foremost.
So, Ricky, while you're selling,
yeah,
I get to chatting with Depp. So with Daren, Deputy Dog, go follow him on Instagram. Brilliant guy. Until you really get to know him, he's a man of few words, but he's a brilliant man. He made a very astute comment. He's like, I watch those card talks, and I can tell if Sarah says something that you didn't think she was going to say or you didn't agree with, you give her this look. Like, what the hell are you saying? I'm certain my face turned beet red when he said that. So I was embarrassed. I was like, yeah, okay. So anyway, as part of our watch list, cards to look out for that we had over on our website, pttfpodcast.com, Daren recognized that, hey, Peyton Manning was a player of note for me that I was going after. He mentioned, hey, at this booth, there is a 2024 flawless Peyton Manning Super Bowl on-card autograph black box 101. It's like, hey, I'm intrigued. Now, he tells me the price. I'm very intrigued by it. And Daren said, it's such a nice card that if you don't get it, I will.
Oh.
And that, to me, that kind of foot on the throat type pressure, that does it for me.
And at the time he said it, it was Thursday night. The show had closed. It's not like you could have run over there.
Yeah, it was late at night. Yeah.
So you had to think about that all night.
I did all night. So much so that it translated right over to Friday morning. You ready to venture into Friday?
Yes, let's do it.
So Friday, Ricky and I meet up. Ricky's got cash in hand. I'm on a mission. Now, to this point, I've only picked up a couple of cards, but I knew that Peyton Manning had to come home with me. So Depp told me, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. And I had kind of thrown you for a loop when we first got there to the show, because the last thing Thursday night, I think, Big Lights, Bright Lights, Big City, Kansas City Dan had shown a Ken Griffey Jr. autograph he had picked up.
Oh, right.
And they told me the booth number. And so we get there, and I think the plan was for us to all go to that Peyton Manning card. And I immediately said, hey, I want to go head out this other booth real quick.
Right.
And so we go, and by the
And you
time
did that, to be fair, as I start clicking live on our live stream walk around. So it's not like I can have a real conversation with you. Like, oh, by the way, I'm going to be at this booth. I'm going to meet you back at this booth. I'll text you. And I'm like, you can't text me as I'm live streaming. Like, that does not work. And
ruined
poof.
everything.
And my really since then, I've not been the same.
Never. No, you really haven't. Well, you got us back though, because after we went and looked for other cards, we went over to where we thought you were. We couldn't find you. And I'm immediately telling Kyla, look for the Peyton Manning. If we can find the Peyton Manning, we can tell if he's been here or not.
Yeah.
And so we start looking, and we run into you, and I'll let you take it over from there.
Yeah. So I told you, hey, I went to the booth and it's not at the booth.
Yeah. I felt so bad.
And you're like, oh my God, like it's sold. And I'm like, yeah, it did. And at this moment, I could see it in your eyes. You're like, oh no, I screwed it. But it's because it was in my pocket. By God! So it went straight to the booth. It was there immediately. People who saw the live stream's still up for the walk around. Went over and bought the card. It is a black box 101. Not a huge fan of black box, white box, but it's a beautiful card. Love the photo, love the gold foil on it, and it highlights. It's really one of the highlights of my Peyton Manning collection. Now, with that being the case, our day was just getting started.
Yeah.
So
It really was.
you had, I'll kind of go a little bit out of order, but just since I have this up, we
Please.
get walking around a bit more. And Ricky, towards the end of our live stream, you can see this too. Something catches my eye as we pass a booth. This is about an hour later.
Yeah.
And there were 2 Broncos cards from a set that I was looking for. For me, Peyton Manning, playing years with the Broncos, 2012 to 2015. Higher end if I can do it. Ultimately, I was looking for a 2012 Prism Gold. Never saw one. But I did see this one. I think this would be the second best thing for me. And I bought it.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, man. So this is
Beautiful.
Immaculate Collection. And I think this one is 2015, which is his final playing year. 3-color, game-worn patch. Gold, numbered to 10. Autographed. It's a good-looking auto, too. This one, I love it. I really, really like this card. And this one might be my favorite Peyton Manning card in my collection.
It's so beautiful. Numbered to 10. The gold just highlights the accents so well.
And I really got to hand it to you because on this, I was not prepared for comps of what this card would cost. And immediately you pulled out your phone, pulled up Card Ladder. You were trying to search and we couldn't find any immediate comps, but you helped me find enough comps to have a conversation with the seller to find a price that was right. And I was able to knock off a little bit out of this, but I paired it with another Broncos card, a Demaryius Thomas, numbered to 49, jumbo premium patch, also game worn from 2013. So I was able to pair those two together and get a bit of a deal in the process.
It's amazing. Just amazing.
So yeah, that was my morning all during the live stream.
Yeah.
Super Friday morning, like just smiling ear to ear with those purchases.
Oh,
But
yeah.
also you mentioned a Ken Griffey card.
I did. I ended up going to the booth where Dan had gotten his, and his autos were rookie cards that were signed in person. Super cool, PSA slabbed. But I decided, hey, I really would like, and one thing, and I think our listeners are kind of split on this. I wouldn't be surprised if the hobby is split on this. And I've been talking to you about this. I think we even mentioned it maybe in one of our recaps. It kind of bugs me when PSA offers a service where they'll simply authenticate an autograph and or grade it, but they will just say trading card. If you want them to authenticate the card itself, it costs a little bit more. And it really bugs me when it says trading card. And that's unfortunately what that booth had. Now, for a lot of people, they do not care. I may be even in the minority with that, but for me, it bugged me. So I went to another booth as we were actually trying to find you, stopped by and saw some Griffies, and found a Stadium Club, 2021 Stadium Club, Lone Star Signatures. on card auto numbered to 25. And the reason that this card was so important to me, I had not in the last year I've sold my pack hit Griffey, but he was with the Reds. To me, he's always been a Mariner, and so I needed it in that Mariner uniform. I think his autograph is a beautiful autograph.
It is.
It's a PSA 9 auto 10 grade. So this was a big boy for my collection.
It looks so nice. The autograph is a 10. I mean, they obviously graded at that, but it looks like it's a 10. It's an early playing days Griffey photo with his very classic follow through. It's a great looking card, man. And low numbered too. It's beautiful.
Very, very. And so, had picked that up. And, the seller kept saying, oh, but this is mine in my collection. I'm going to have a hard time parting with it. I'm sure he probably bought it earlier that day. but But I loved it. It will stay in my collection forever. So awesome. Fun pickup in addition. Then I will just jump really quick. We're kind of jumping around on that same day, Friday. Later on, as we were kind of shutting down, and you're going to get to it in a second, Kyla texted me yet another photo of a Matt Stafford 5-star numbered to 35, 1 of 35 on card auto, and sends it to me and says, hey, here's the price tag on it. I think it was $130. Do you like it? And I said, yeah. She said $140 worth. And I said, yeah. She proceeded to talk them down to 130. Probably could have talked them down a little more.
That is great.
But yeah, I love Stafford Lions days, the auto. I love it. So it was after this card that the panic started to set in, and we're going to talk about that in just a second.
Yeah, I was trying to pull up one.
Oh, you're
one
fine.
other piece here. So you got the Stafford. Where do you want to go from there? We went to Whatnot. We could talk about Whatnot. We could talk about us leaving.
I think Whatnot real quick.
Okay. Do you want me to show the card? It does say some things on there. Are you okay with me showing what it says?
Yeah.
It says our name on the bottom.
I've said it plenty.
Okay.
And I didn't realize till after we picked up these cards, we should have, when they were asking for our names, that's when we should have said Pack to the Future podcast. I didn't realize they were going to put it on the card.
Right.
Which I don't mind. I would have liked to have our show memorialized on the card, right?
Yeah. Yep. That's a great point. So Whatnot had this really cool feature. They had this massive breaking area that I highlighted on the live stream.
Yeah.
It looked like a sports book, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
It was so cool, but it had a different screens where it could show you, or I guess their streamers ripping, and they had a contest going on as well. I don't know if you saw that, where you open 3 packs. You've got a certain amount of time to guess what the grade is going to be of 3 of the cards or something like that. Then you go grade the cards, and whoever came up with the closest grade in the quickest amount of time won a prize.
Yeah.
So
no, it was so cool.
We didn't end up doing that, but I thought it looked awesome. But they had this photo booth that Ricky and I stepped into. And I'm glad you kind of urged me to do this. And I like it a lot. So let me pull this up. I zoomed in just a touch here.
Yeah, these are 2 of 2. These are
so cool.
2 of 2 cards. They were free. Took 10 seconds to take the photo. They said, come back in 15 minutes. It'll be over here on the shelf. That's
so
exactly
cool.
what happened. They put it in a little one-touch magnetic case.
Yeah.
And I'm holding my Ken Griffey, and I think you're holding your Manning.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
So celebrating
Such
our
a cool
card purchases.
It's really cool. I like that a lot. And I've got that sitting up in my office, actually.
Oh, yeah. No, it's definitely going up in mine as well. So that was really, really cool. And I think it was shortly after this, while we were taking this, is when Kyla texted me about the Stafford. And I said yes. And then I thought, okay, I'm spending too much. Man, it was a roller coaster of emotions.
I could see it on your face. Like, you were truly enjoying the moment when you first bought that Hutchinson, then you started getting some cards and you sold. And I actually thought you were going to buy something really big with that money that you had.
I did too.
But something happened, and I don't know what it was. You don't have to talk about it. But clearly there was a switch. You were done. You were done.
And I don't mind talking about it at all. I was going to go one of 2 ways. I was thinking the same thing. Either I'm going to buy $2,000 worth of cards, or I want to be able for a massive card, or I want to be able to say I actually made money and got cards.
Yes.
And I knew I was getting close to that ceiling, and it was either I spend $50 or less, or I spend $1,500 or more. You know, you can only
That's-
go one way.
And that's why you're Mr. eBay.
That's right, baby. That's right. Everyone's
that-
got a price.
That was well done.
Oh, thank you.
So we live stream, we buy some cards, we have some time walking around with each other, we get a bite to eat, we meet some people. And Ricky, as we're leaving the show, I don't have permission to show the photo or use his name just yet. I only asked him just before, so I won't.
I think we're safe to say Mike from Detroit.
So Mike from Detroit. So we're walking out of the show hall, and we had people run into us really every day, multiple times a day, and just stopping us to say hi. We talked about Josh from Portland, who's going to be my neighbor soon, and him stopping us to say hi.
Dealers asking where Tim was.
Yeah, and I think we're all wondering where. I think Tim's wondering where Tim was.
Yeah.
But we had someone. I'll abbreviate this. We had someone stop us in our tracks. I thought, he was so over the top that I thought he knew you personally. You thought he knew me.
Yeah.
And just stopped and said, wait. You guys. And I'm like, what's going on here? And you know what? It's just someone who we have been in his ear for years. And he listens to us as he makes his travel up to his cabin every Saturday. Him and his kids listen. And it was one of the most fun interactions that I have probably ever had. We do not look for this with this little podcast of ours, nor do we ever expect it. But when those instances happen, we got a selfie. Hopefully someday we'll get permission. I'll show it. Ricky and I walked out of the show, and I know I'm shortening this a bit, so you can highlight whatever you want. I was at a loss for words at that interaction and the entire morning as a whole.
Yeah.
I was so happy with being there, with being with you, being with all of our buddies there, seeing the cards, being in the moment. For me, that made the entire trip. It wasn't even close. And it's one of those feelings that I don't think I'll ever forget and will always keep me coming back to do this.
Oh, 100%. And, you and I do this show because we enjoy doing it. And I think, though, there are times it's a commitment. And I think there are some weeks that we come into the studio and think, hey, we're doing a show for two, right? No one's listening to this.
That's what it feels like sometimes. Yeah.
It was a very good reminder that others are listening, even if they're not necessarily reaching out to engage like some of our group of P1s that we hung out with throughout the show. It's so cool, and it means so much to us to have people come up and say, hey, I listened to your show, and tell us their stories.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, with both Mike and you mentioned previously with Kenny, I love hearing the stories about how people found the show, where they spent their time listening to it. It just gives us the best feeling in the world. And you're right. You and I had come out of buying the Griffey and the Manning. We had come out of making our own Whatnot card. And we run into that experience and hang out with Mike and his son. I think his son and his son's friend, maybe
I think
two
so.
sons.
Yep.
And it was so cool. And as we walked out, we just turned to each other and just said, hey, does it get any better than this? And it really does not. So that was so fun, for sure.
As a little add-on to that, there are times, and this is like a somewhat apology to some people. You will see my brain. Deputy mentioned this that I mentioned earlier. Oh, I hit the wrong one. That you will see my brain when I am there. I am full card mode. I'm trying to push out all the work stuff, all the things. There were people come up to me like, "Oh man, like tell me about the Vancouver job. Like, did you sign the job?" And I'm like, and it takes my brain like it has to click over in like this old wooden mechanical form to shift over to a different platform. And you can literally see it in my eyes. But sometimes it looks like I'm being a prick, but I'm not. My brain's just too slow to catch up with it.
No, I really like it.
I'm like, how
Yeah.
do you know? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Because of this. And so that part was quite a bit of fun.
I think it's more our brains struggling with the fact that people listen to what we have to say week in and week out, you know?
Yes. Yes.
And we're like, oh, you listened to that? You heard about that?
Yes.
You know, we did. Am I okay to move to the next part of Friday?
Yeah, maybe read Merle's comments, actually.
Oh.
If you can see it.
Yeah, yeah. So Chad, can we get a contract update?
Yeah. Ready? Signed it last night.
Yeah. Hold on, let me do a Ricky sound effect. Yeah.
Yeah. So we fired it. Finally fired it right in there.
Hell yeah.
So it'll be next year. Be
Hit the
starting
gong.
up there April of next year.
Hell yeah, man. I'll be sad, but you're going to be so much happier, I think, and the show will continue.
Oh, yes.
Plugging along.
So we'll hang out. So we'll make sure it happens.
So,
all right.
So getting back to Friday, because you and I can't remember which night it was, but maybe it was Wednesday or Thursday that you were taking calls about your contract.
That was a mess. Yeah, that was Wednesday night.
That was quite it just had you distracted for a bit. There was a lot happening.
Oh yeah. No, the only funny part to highlight with that is HR had called me like late at night when we were hanging out at trade night. Like, what in the world? So I answer it. And the immediate thing was like, oh, hey, I know that, you're probably at home eating dinner with your wife. And I just turn and look. I see like thousands of people trading cards. I'm like, yeah, something like that.
You look over at our table. We're all just picking our butts and noses.
Yeah. It's like,
yeah,
it's kind of odd.
Well, speaking of, we decided to go to a place called Portillo's for dinner. Bright Lights, Big City, Kansas City. Dan, I think, found the place. And we drove over there. Well, I think it was me. I want to say it was Selly with us, but I'm blanking on who else we had. We had Luke, Kyla, and me, and I'm trying to remember who our fourth one. Maybe it was Depp.
Dan was in your car. We also had Depp, Carter, Kyle. We had Justin. Late 90s. And you already mentioned we did not have Kenny that night.
No.
I think you got everybody. Yeah.
So yeah, we had one of them, me, Kenny, Kyla, Dan in his car, and one other one. You know what?
You had Luke. You had Luke in your car.
We had Luke. You know who it was? Julius. Yeah, that's right. Dan just put it out. It was
Julius. Kenny wasn't there for dinner. It was Julius.
Right. And so we all pile into Dan's car. Dan proceeded to give me the Brewer and the Baker show history, some of the songs that they considered for their intro. Dan introduced us to a rap. He rapped for us in the car. And then Dan and Kyla did a duet rap for us.
Yeah.
In the car. And then dinner was like largely uneventful, but a lot of fun. We pulled a lot of tables together and all had grub.
Yes.
I don't know if anything jumps out to you for dinner. For me, the one thing was Justin ordered the largest chocolate shake I've ever seen in my life. Think of the biggest big gulp you've seen and then double it. And that was the chocolate shake he ordered.
Hey, that's a running dude, man. He puts in the miles. He needed to replenish.
Except
recharge the batteries, get back to neutral.
It was my other boy, Justin, from Florida.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So, but he was a man after my heart. And I told him, I was like, thank God I didn't order that, because I would have downed that whole shake and then just I would have sharded. 1000% would have sharded at the end of that. But did anything else jump out to you regarding dinner?
No, not a dinner, other than it was just a good time to get away, relax, have some food, and hang out with people.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun. We're all just like chucking and jiving, laughing, had a great time eating dinner. Unfortunately, I think we all kind of knew it in the back of our brain. We really hit up dinner a little too late to come back and save seats in the lobby.
Yes.
So when we got back, I found one bench that had 2 seats on it. That's the best we could find.
And they were both on your lap.
They were, and then you luckily for the rest of our crew found a table downstairs, which was really part of the horror convention.
It was.
But they were massive tables and perfect for setting up.
They were, and we set up. We were the only ones there for quite some time.
Yeah. So we got to the table, and we're there probably a good 45 minutes. It's still 45 minutes to an hour, and people are starting to like loosen up in our group. People, so some whiskey was broken out, some beers were broken out. People were imbibing a little bit and enjoying themselves. Those that weren't were shoving tort down our throat and soda pops, and it was probably 45 minutes in, and I could tell you were not drunk, but you were feeling it. You were starting to feel the effects, and you turned to me terrified, and dead serious and said, "Oh my God, we left Justin at Portillo's."
I didn't know where he was. And he was a little worried about traveling to a big city. He didn't know what was going on. I'm worried we left him.
We were all worried for Justin and wanted to take care of him. And man, it had nothing to do with Justin. It had nothing to do with the individual.
I didn't see him. He's the one person, like, it just hit me. I'm like, oh my God, where is he?
You are panicked. You're dead serious of like, we need to call 911. We need to get a search and rescue team out there. I lose my S. I start laughing so hard at the idea that we left someone behind at the restaurant.
Awful.
We did not.
Awful.
We did not, thankfully. He actually rode home with Chad.
Yeah.
Chad just forgot.
Yes. Yeah.
But that was a moment.
Very proud moment for me. I love you, Justin.
Yeah. We got to spend a lot of time with the Brewer and the Baker podcast. You got to check them out. You got to go download their show.
Yes, sir.
We got to meet Dan's other half, Mitch. Mitch was 10 out of 10 throughout the trip.
Don't mention the next one on the list until later.
Okay. Sorry, I'm going off of 2 lists here.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, hanging out with Mitch was good. Who else do we have at trade night, though? We had pretty much everyone. Luke, we had Selly, who stopped by for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Dan was there. Oh, we also had Mitchell was there. Julius came by later. So it was a good crew. If you guys haven't met, as a complete aside from everything, we don't need to go into detail. Mitchell, good friend of Chaz, was there as well. And sometime we'll have a collaboration on that. But that was a good night.
Yeah.
I had found that night the little coffee bar, the coffee thing out front. Like I was looking for a little drink, for a little something, and they had these pre-made Jack and Coca-Cola bottles.
Yeah.
Now we're from Salt Lake. We don't have that. That's not a thing. And the guy at the front desk assured me this was going to be something that we would enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
So I bought one. That I will never have one of those again. And I ended up buying another one before the night was over. And find out, when you make that like pre-mixed sugar with Jack and it just sits in that can for a long period of time, you're going to have a rough Saturday morning. Saturday was rough.
Yeah, yes, it was, for multitude of reasons. Your lung was probably bruised because while you were consuming those awful pre-mixed drinks, Dan proceeded to tell me a story, and not really us, that cannot go over the airwaves unless it comes from Dan's mouth. We will not and cannot talk about it. But if you see Dan in person, you have to ask him about this story. And
or if they get to 1,000 Instagram followers, he will tell the story.
Oh, I love that. So you got to go follow the Brewer and the Baker podcast on Instagram. You got to subscribe to their show. These guys are awesome. We also learned that Dan has owned about 1,000 cars in his short life.
Yeah.
And you then proceeded to put a nerd gummy cluster or 3 in your mouth. And I proceeded to tell a joke about Dan's wild story and all of the cars that he owns. And it damn near killed you.
They went right into my right main stem bronchus and wedged in there firmly. It's not where a nerd's gummy cluster goes.
We then
essentially had to Heimlich myself and shoot this thing back out of my mouth before I died.
Now, at the time, Chad and I are at the end of the table, and this table is full of us and people that know our show. All our
And
friends.
cards everywhere. All of our
And cards
cards are laid
everywhere.
out everywhere.
Everywhere. And man, Chad and I proceed to start just cracking each other up with the dumbest stuff that only two best friends can do. Like, and to the point, like neither of us can breathe. And I'm looking around the table and all the people are watching us like, damn, I really wish I knew I was a part of that. That looks really funny right now. And it was like, it's not even stuff we could explain.
Yeah.
Just the punchline hit. And then we started doing this funny bit where I was saying, if you'll hit the whiskey sound effect, and Chad would look like he had Tourette's.
Whiskey.
For some reason, that just
We
kept
proceeded
rolling.
to do that for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And just kill. We could not have been happier. We were entertaining the hell out of ourselves. And everyone else was looking at us like we were special.
It was great. Well, I mean, how much better can it get? You're hanging out with your buds. You got your cards laid out that people at this point are starting to come down and start to buy, and trades are starting to happen.
Oh,
You got
yeah.
your cards
Oh,
laid
yeah.
out and you're having a good time. I mean, it just doesn't get better than that.
It really doesn't. It really doesn't. And I do have to highlight our boy Luke hooked us up with me with a Miguel Cabrera 101 SGC from 2019 Tops from their 19 Transcendent VIP party.
So cool.
A Cabrera 101. I mean, you really cannot beat that. He just gave it out as a kind of a thank you. He got Tim a card that Tim, I need to get to Tim, but I also need to figure out a way to keep Tim from selling it. He even gifted you a card.
Yeah, 2018 Tops on Demand Shohei Ohtani rookie card, which was fantastic and is perfectly fitting with my growing Dodgers collection.
Yeah,
So that was really fantastic. So, Luke, thank you.
definitely. I also want to throw out one more thank you while we're at it real quick. Justin, our boy, and really his wife had made us coasters out of sports cards. I have a Tigers and a Lions coaster here that you can see. I've got a Jeff Malone behind it. These coasters are super, super cool, and they glow in the dark. He told us they did, and his wife makes them all. And I had them next to my bed in the hotel room, and we unfortunately had a crying baby in the room next to us, and so it woke me up in the night. And there they were, the glowing coasters.
And I've got a few of those too that I want to highlight. He made one for Sarah. This is the coolest one. It's like a color blast with Stitch, the character, the Disney character in front. That one,
Thank you for bringing that up, because he made
so
Disney stuff
cool
for both of our wives. And
so
Kyla
cool. You can
loved
see
hers
these on
as well.
YouTube.
Oh yeah.
So you see these here. I also got some Utah Jazz throwbacks with the good old boys like Hornacek on there. And him and his wife are looking at making these to sell these. And I told him, like, hey man, do you mind? Like, do you have an Etsy store or something going on? They don't have an Etsy store yet, but you can reach out to her about a custom made coaster on Instagram, 11_11_crafts. So that's 11, numeric 11. So 11_11_crafts on Instagram. We'll put that in the show notes as well. If you're interested in those, you can reach out to Justin Late 90s B-ball or that 11_11_crafts and go check those out, because this one, honestly, I told him this color blast, it's going to hit with any collector, and you can put just about anything in there. The color pops, what I've been using for my coaster tonight.
He did kind of like a princess version, a Disney princess for Kyla. And I'm telling you, the possibilities are endless for those. I agree with you.
So cool.
So based on Big City, Bright Lights, Big City, Kansas City, Dan's comments in our chat, I'm going to carefully navigate this. But I do have to just tell you that when Mitch turned to Mitchell, and if you can't figure it out, ask Dan, or call into the brewer and baker and ask him what the difference is between Mitch and Mitchell. But think Jazz. So on our way back to the hotel, Mitch disappeared all day pretty much Friday. We didn't see much of Mitch. He was hanging out with other people. I think doing his own thing for a little bit, which everyone kind of did at certain points. They would kind of go do their own thing, and that was what was so cool. We're coming back to the hotel, and it's like we're starting to realize how late we're getting back to the hotel to save a spot. So Dan calls Mitch, and Mitchell answers, and you just hear, "Hello? Yeah? What the hell?" Oh, and you knew it was on. I think he was partying with Chaz, man.
Oh yeah. Those two guys got to know each other a little bit. That was a good time there.
Oh man, what a fun time. Okay, wrapping up. Should we go to Saturday?
Oh man, yeah, I don't have any steam left in me. So I guess this is very reminiscent of Saturday as well.
Yeah,
So Saturday, your boy here is cooked. Those 2 Jack and Coca-Cola cans that I had just absolutely got to me. But I wanted to go back out on the show floor because our flight wasn't until later of the day. I decided to forego the Patrick Ewing autograph because it was too pricey. But your boy was on a mission, and I ended up getting 3 total cards that are similar, 2 of which were on Saturday morning. I went back to the booth where I got the Peyton Manning. And I said, you know what? If that booth had something I liked, they probably got more. You know what I found myself? Found myself a little something. I'm going to show it up here on the screen. For the price of less than what it would have cost for the autograph itself, the 86 Fleer Patrick Ewing authentic autograph.
hell yeah.
I really want to build around that rookie card, on-card, post-production autograph thing that I had going on with Kobe Bryant. Of course, I bought the David Robinson. So I bought the Patrick Ewing. But wait, in the same case, just next to it, 97 press pass, Tim Duncan, PSA DNA certified.
That's
Now, Ricky,
amazing.
the interesting thing about this, I had pulled a Tim Duncan press pass autograph way back when. And I sold it right before the pandemic, probably for a lot less than what it is now.
Right.
And I've always regretted selling that card. But this card, I really think the photo is identical or as close to identical to this. So
It's so cool. It is so damn cool. And I don't know if you felt the same way, but as a Utah fan, I seem to really remember his senior year because it was him and Van Horn.
it was him and
going
Van
at it
Horn
for the best
Oh, yeah.
of the league.
They had that New
Um,
Year's Eve game, Utah
yes.
versus Wake Forest. I think that
Ye-
was like midnight or 10 p.m. or something like that. It
It was
was a big showdown. Yeah.
It was a huge deal. So I think that's such a cool card.
And lastly, associated with this, not picked up on Saturday, but associated with it, let's keep it rolling.
Yeah.
The slab you
I-
hate, the trading card, but the card you love.
Exactly. I love the card. And you know what? Oddly enough, with that PSA DNA certified version, I don't know what causes it to have the blue label. I assume the DNA certified or whatever. It is color matching.
It is color match. So it's a 92 Shaquille O'Neal upper deck blue paint pen autograph.
Oh, and it pops so nice.
Yeah,
I-
that one was pretty good.
I will get a blue paint pen auto before my life is over.
Yeah, it's a good one. So I feel like I'm rolling pretty well in these guys. I got 4 big guys now. Robinson,
yeah.
Duncan, Ewing. And I think in a future episode, we'll come back to this to see who else I should add.
Yeah. No, you were running out of steam, but you were stronger than Kyla and I. You texted me Saturday and said, "You coming out?" And I said, "Not until checkout."
Yeah.
And to be fair, Kyla spent the entire time at that show. I kept offering to go into the city with her. She said, "No, you're in your element. You're having a great time. I love watching you being this happy. I love watching you engage with your friends through the show. You and Chad are so much fun to watch." And she just kept encouraging me and refused repeatedly to take me away from it. Even, she was there. She did a good job of kind of hanging out, but also there were times when she said, "Hey, I'm going to get out of here. No feelings hurt. I just don't want to get in the way of you and the boys having some card time." So super cool of her.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that morning she said, "Hey, I'd really like to go to brunch. There's this restaurant that does just brunch." And I said, "Whatever you want," so we went and hit up brunch for a little bit, met you back at the lobby. and got our stuff and called a Lyft. As we're waiting for our Lyft, leaving the hotel to the airport next to
People
us,
don't know about this.
No one knows. Chauncey Billups of your Detroit Pistons.
Detroit basketball. Kyle's Detroit Pistons.
Yeah,
Kyle's Detroit Pistons.
Wax Museum Kyle's Detroit Pistons. So our Lyft shows up. It's pulling up. I can see it. I know what the car looks like. And Mr. Chauncey Billups gets in our Lyft. It steals our Lyft.
It does.
And has to be told, "You're not Chauncey. You're not Ricky. No, I'm Chauncey."
Not on my watch.
No.
I said, hey, I think this is ours. He looks down at his phone. It's like, oh. I said, where are you going? You going to the airport? He's like, yeah. I'm like, just come with us. We're going. He pauses. And he's like, he looks down at his phone. He's like, oh, my Lyft's right here. And he was right behind.
Yeah.
I honest to God thought there was a moment he was going to get in the Lyft with us and go to the airport. And I think if his Lyft wasn't there, he would have.
Oh, and 100% chance I would have pulled out my phone, hit the record button, and said, "Hey, can we get a quick 30-second interview, airport interview with you?"
You're like, Lyft driver, take the long way.
Yeah. Go into downtown Chicago, Lyft driver.
Yeah,
Opposite
exactly.
way.
Sounds pretty cool.
But yeah, so we flew home Saturday afternoon. It was almost perfect timing. It really did turn out to be perfect timing. You gave me my birthday gift, which is you upgraded me, and you and I sat first class, and proceeded to watch SummerSlam on our flight home. And it started like 45 minutes into our flight, which was just enough time to quickly go over Friday Night SmackDown, which you have to review.
Yep.
I know that we had probably the worst airline attendant ever, and it kind of screwed you more than me because I overpacked snacks and drinks.
Yeah.
So I was happy as can be.
And that's what matters.
Yeah, I had the best time. I had all my snacks. I had all my drinks. I know that you cared because you wanted to get me the ultimate experience. I know that's really what bugged you about it.
Yeah.
But I just want to thank you and tell you I had such a good time. I did not was not wanting for anything. That was one of the fastest flights I've ever been a part of, because I was having so much fun watching the wrestling with you. And Kyla was telling us, because she was 2 rows behind us in Comfort Plus, she said there was a guy in the row between us, across from us, that kept watching us watching wrestling. He was also watching it, and you could tell was jealous that he couldn't cheer with us.
I love it. No, that was a good time. That was a ton of fun. I would do that again for sure.
Yeah. No, that was a great time. We're reaching. I'm really not going to take this an hour and a half, and we are not doing a multi-episode. So I'll just hit my hitters really quick if you're okay.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, do it.
We then proceeded to have SummerSlam night 2 at your house Sunday night. That was a ton of fun. I had my family celebration with my kids and brother and dad. We went go-karting Sunday, so the activities did not end from Saturday to Sunday. I texted you and I'm like, hey, are people really coming over? Because I will come over, but I'm exhausted. You're
I was so tired. I've been so tired this whole week, man. You were so smart to take the next 2 days off. I did not, and that was a mistake.
Oh, it saved. It's the only thing that saved me. And I'll just wrap up by saying Tuesday this week, the 5th, was my actual birthday. Kyla left town for a work conference early that morning. But 2 things I have to highlight that's super cool about my wife. This one was on my birthday list. She did pick me up another Cam Rising Elements. I'm missing one more for the middle. This is numbered to 2 of 2.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Okay.
So I think the black and the 101 will go good in the middle of that U with the red Cam's highlight and everything else.
For sure.
And then Kyla, the morning she left, she from the airport texted me and said, hey, check between her pillows on her side of the bed. She left me one last gift. She said, I want you to open on your actual birthday.
Yeah, you all right there, big guy? You got a Nerds gummy cluster in there or what?
I do. I'm getting it out. She went and hit the show floor one of many times on her own and found and bought me a 2023 Mosaic Jared Goff stained glass PSA 10.
Beautiful card.
I love it. I don't have a good Jared Goff and Alliance jersey card. I need one. This is definitely a short print. It's a case hit. It's been selling pretty consistently for $200 online. So it's going to hold some value long term, I believe.
Oh yeah.
But I love it. I don't see me getting rid of it ever. And so it's so cool that she just knew me enough to pick that card up. I never talked to her about it. She just said, yep, I know Ricky, and that's what a card he's going to like.
That's so cool. It is right up your alley. That's a beautiful card, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was cool. National overall, briefly, I thought it was an awesome experience. I didn't feel like it was ever too crowded. They're upstairs. They had like just a few booths upstairs with the weirdest layout we've ever seen, where like 80% was just open floor, and then all the booths were crammed. And when we tried to walk through there, Kyla and I, Sports Card Investor was filming, so it made it even worse.
Gosh, yeah.
We couldn't even look at a card. But yeah, the AC worked great. Carter Saturday night or Friday night pointed out when at the big tables downstairs when we were all there, someone had the Zion Williamson 101 Optic Gold for sale for like $15,000.
Right.
And we were just remarking on like how big a difference 5 years makes. And 5 years ago, that would have been one of the premier cards.
Oh, for sure.
And just how ironic. Now it's in the basement of the lobby trade night.
It's so crazy.
So
crazy.
Awesome time. I think you want to do some thank yous, and I want to echo them. So I'll defer to you for just a second.
Yeah, sure. I think we got almost everyone that we encountered. Thank you. I mean, whether you're just hanging out with us, like that is still part of why we hopefully all go to this. And that is what makes my experience very enjoyable. It is a great stress relief for me. It is what I enjoy most about this hobby, and having that conversation, the camaraderie, hearing the stories, all of it is so great that I can't put it into words. Carter bringing the Tennessee whiskey, Kenny buying the espresso martinis, Tort Dan bringing the torts, even if he did sell a cake the day before. The Shohei cards, everyone stopping us to say hi. The coasters that we had as well. All of it. Love absolutely all of it. And I think for me, as long as this group, and we've got a group who wants to continue to go, the group makes it. Like, I went to the show with Tim that one time, and Tim, like, no offense, there's just, he doesn't like to walk around the show, at least with me. And that's cool. That's how he does it. It was not as enjoyable as when you're with someone enjoying that experience. It just adds to it for me. So I would love to see you there next year, Ricky. I would love to see Tim there with us next year as well. And that whole group of guys back together. It's a blast, man. I love it.
Oh yeah. No, Kyla's already planning our trip. She saw how happy it made me. I had such a great time, as you mentioned, and I'm just going to list off the names. I know we've talked about them 100 times. Kyle, Carter, Dan, Mitch, Mitchell, Luke, Justin, Daren, Mark, Julius, and Kenny. Like, we spent time getting to know each of them and talking with them. And I had that was the most fun I had, was visiting with all those guys, hanging out with you on the show floor. It was amazing. And I really hope, I kind of got the sense that maybe the lobby group that showed up this year was bigger than in years past. I hope we continue to build on that and continue to snowball and get more and more people. I want to see Hugo. I want to see Boston Steve. I want to see Merle. I want to see a bunch of our other listeners. So looking forward to it.
Yep. Next year should be fun, and hopefully we'll keep it rolling. For any of you who missed it, we went back and did some live stream filming, mostly for the people who weren't able to be there to give them an experience, but you can go check that out on Instagram at Pack to the Future Podcast, or on the YouTube. They are in our lives as well.
Hell yeah. All right. Well,
dude, that was 2.5 hours of podcasting with Card Talks.
Yeah.
That's a lot. It's a lot.
And speaking of our chat, we got to wrap it up, because otherwise I might have a shark attack.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. Oh yeah, I'm the one who hits the music, aren't I?
Yep.
Because you're not here. I'm here. You're there. I've got the thing. And here we go.
All right.
Hey, there we go. Hey, look at that.
It's been another fun show for Chad. I'm Ricky, the Shard Attack survivor, wishing all of you a one of one night.
All right, that was a show, huh?
Yep.
You don't
Yep.
think I would actually have told every one of these listeners before I told you and my parents and other people I signed that contract, do you?
Never.
Not
Never.
a chance.
All
Except
right, I
for
literally-
Dan?
Oh yeah, we gotta say that. Oh, Dan's. Let me tell you this one piece of Dan's story.
Yeah.
So he's driving an Uber. Okay, I seriously have to run.
Yeah,
or else
hold
I'm
on,
gonna
hold
shit
on.
my
I
pants.
didn't end the live stream yet. Just so you know, the live stream is still going.
That's
just before
fine.
you're
It'll
gonna-
be
okay.
it'll be the funniest ending ever.
Okay. Hey, where's he going? Are you out of here?
Yeah.
What's he doing? I don't know if it's part of the bit or not, so we're gonna let it roll here for another minute. We'll see. So one thing that we didn't highlight is actually some people were able to find cards as part of like the tracking down cards that we tried to post. Not all of them were found, unfortunately. Like Sacramento Kings cards, your logo, man. I looked and I could not find it. But Depp found me that Peyton Manning, and there were some others that were found too. So we tried. Yeah, the live streaming from the phone. You know, I did quite a bit of live streaming on YouTube and Instagram, but I went back and watched and the quality was pretty poor. I like what Wax Museum Kyle did, where he filmed it with his GoPro and then he just uploaded immediately. I can do that next year. I'll plan on bringing my desktop computer that can handle video better. And I'll walk through next year and I'll go slower because I realized I went too fast, but I'll record and then try and upload it like that night. So that way, even if people see cards that they want, you guys can message me and we could do it that way. Well, Ricky, I don't know. Ricky, you come back, brother? Ricky! Well, I'm not going to sit here. Oh, okay. There's one other thing we could talk about is Ricky and I have started. Nah, I don't want to tell you guys that just yet. There may be even more content on the way in the future. We'll keep going with our Thursdays in the podcast, but we may have something else too. Yeah, I think Ricky died. And the hard part is Ricky's got a bum knee, which is why he isn't here today. Like his wife isn't home. There is a chance he fell outside of his office and like he's just dead and he's not gonna be able to move. His dogs will have to eat him. Ricky. Ricky. Oh, I heard him. He's coming, the big guy. The big cat's coming back. Oh. You coming, brother?
Dude,
Did you change shirts?
No, that was not a joke. I was seconds away from a shard attack. And then I could hear everything because I got my AirPods in. I don't have the mic with me. And I couldn't get off the damn toilet. I'm a disaster, dude. I'm a walking disaster. My knee doesn't work. My butthole doesn't work. Good Lord.
Oh my gosh. If you guys are watching on YouTube, please like it, subscribe, and
What more can we do for you? Are you not entertained?
we'll see you guys next week. I'm gonna end the stream. Ricky, you stay on for a second.
Yeah.